Hey there everyone, it is Michael Zupan with Byte-Size Impressions. I'm loading up Mafia 3 right now in sort of a update video as far as the performance of this game. This game came out in a sorry state. It is not the best looking game in the world. It's got a great story and a great cast of people who really bring their characters to life in a way that is often not done in video games. I mean, the actual presentation of the story and everything is fantastic. However, this game came out clearly for consoles and barely optimized for them at that. The PC version on day one would not run more than 30 frames per second. The next day, they did come out with an update that allowed you to run at higher frames and everything. But the bottom line was, unless you have a PC that is some kind of monstrosity, and I'm really stressing that there, like nobody has a PC that good that they're going to be running this game at the highest settings as 60 frames per second. And I'll show you the game right now. I mean, it's not the most impressive looking thing. Other things worth noting was that Franklin's jacket, when he's running outside, I think stuff is still possibly loading in. Some textures. Yeah, that just looks ugly. Yep, there it is. Finally loaded in, even though we sit at a loading screen. Yeah, that animation at the bottom of his jacket, when it was over 30 frames per second on the PC, it was, man, it was animating at hyper speed. Because apparently the physics in the game were somehow tied to the frame rate, which was dumb. But apparently they ended up fixing that. Another thing that was really problematic was that the skybox before looked horrendous. I mean, it looked awful. Really, really bad, guys. They seem to have fixed it up a bit here. It actually looks a lot nicer, a lot more pleasant. It's still not great. It's still not great. The game has a fuzziness to it. Take a look at Franklin's hair. I don't know if you can like notice that like shimmering from the pixelation of his hair, like in the lighter aspect here of the clouds. Look at that. It's ugly. And speaking of ugliness, one of the things that they had improved a little bit, I guess, this time, too, was the reflection on the cars. It doesn't look too bad. It made the cars look very plastic, you know, at the time of release, and it still kind of has that look, but they have improved it. Another thing, too, is that once you started driving in a car, the reflectiveness sort of dissipated. It disappeared. Come on. You ain't calling no police, buddy. Alright. Now she's gonna call. I gotta get out of here. Anyway, yeah, see, the reflectiveness does not dissipate anymore once you're driving. So apparently they've been able to allocate enough system resources in order to make that happen while you're driving on the road. Now, it's very smooth for me right now, but that's because I'm playing with this game at the highest settings. This is the highest settings, by the way. I mean, it's an okay looking game. It's not terrible by any means, but it's certainly not so demanding, you know, based on its appearance, that my system shouldn't be able to handle it. Now, I always have to state this in videos just so you know what kind of hardware I'm working on. i7 4790K. That's a 4 gigahertz CPU. And I'm also using a GTX 970 for my GPU, and I've got 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. So, shit, cop is gonna turn down this way and see me any moment. Oh, the search got called off. Nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch the settings now so I can report what kind of frames per second I'm getting for a game that looks like this. See, right now it's capped at 30. Let's do unlimited. Global quality preset is high. We're going to turn VSync off. Alright, so highest settings. I'm driving around. 38 frames per second. 40 for this game. 39, 42, 40. Just why? Why? 36. Yeah, 36 to 40 frames per second on high on my machine. Usually right now hovering between 36, 37 frames per second. That's pitiful for a game like this. The pop in, even at the highest settings, is still not great. Things pop in way too close. They just did not optimize this game for PCs whatsoever. See the sun going down? What's nice is that it looks like that there's actually a really nice transition between day and night now. That used to happen a lot in this game. Transitioning from day to night or certain weather conditions. But the transition literally happened within seconds. The time feature in this game was borked. It was not working. It was busted. Yeah, that sky does look a lot better than it used to. You can tell, especially in the lighting now. With the lighting, with the sun going down, it just used to look like pink and purple and yellow and orange watercolors before. So they did improve that quite a bit. So now let's change the settings again. Medium preset. Now let's see what I'm pulling. 44 to 48 frames per second is what it's doing for me. 42, 43, 41, 38 on medium settings.
We got alligator sausages. We got spare ribs. We got beef ribs. And we got ham hocks.
Now let's try low.
They're the best and biggest you'll ever bite into. Barbieri's Deli. Open every day except Sunday.
And it looks like finally we're hitting 60 frames per second. 62, 59, 63, 60, 57. This game just cannot lock on at 60 frames per second. It just cannot do it. I mean, good God. So that's why I want to have the highest settings. And since I can't get a stable frame rate, I just end up capping this game, unfortunately, at 30 frames per second. High global quality preset. And it, you know, it becomes a stable experience for me.
I'm downtown and about ready for a resupply.
I'll hit your way.
So, yeah. What really pissed me off is that when they announced this latest patch was going to come out, their primary concern was making sure that they advertised that there was some free cosmetic DLC that was going to come with the patch. You can wear new clothes. Well, fuck that. How about you make your game work properly, huh? Whoa. That dude just wasted me. Good for him. Anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michael Zupan from Byte-Size Impressions, and hopefully you appreciate this report on currently where Mafia 3 is at. It's like November 12th, I think, as I'm recording this, so, you know, it's about a month after release or so, or just about, so. All right, until next time.